What's up, everybody? It's Rusty Clutch here, and welcome back to the podcast. This is the Brain Off podcast where we invite you to turn your brain off, take a little mental vacation, and hang out with us for 30 minutes to an hour. I'm joined by my two co hosts. We have Omar
Brain is coming off.
and we have Kai.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, Kai took a little break last week. He's been dealing with some midterms and some stuff like that. So we had Jess pop on, but my boy's back, ready to go again. But why don't we talk about this past week? Anything interesting? Got up to anything?
Those exams killed.
Like
Tough
in a good
or
way, right?
like a good
They
way?
killed me.
No.
Was not what I was expecting.
Is it where you start to think you're learning questions from the test instead of you learning from the test, or test from the learning test?
Test, test, something like
Test.
that. I don't know.
Something like that.
I bombed them.
Yeah, you gave it to me, and my brain's supposed to be off.
What is it? What's that one class? Hard materials or what is it? The one that you don't like?
Mechatronics.
Yeah, that one. Hard
I don't,
materials.
I don't know how we got to high materials, but mechatronics and hydraulics exam bombed.
Oh,
In a good
man.
way. In a good way.
Nah.
Like, and like we went to go like save U.S. soldiers from Iraq, like in a good way, right?
Not
Yeah,
like
like that bomb, right?
the precursor to
Oh.
AOV, man. Hey, it's the C or better, right? Or is it B or better?
I'm just trying to get out.
Hey, yeah, a win's a win. A pass is a pass. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. It
Hey.
doesn't matter if this is your last semester, anyways. Just get it done, pass, have the certificate or the whatever it is, and you're done, man. That's it.
They can't trip me at the finish line, right?
Right.
Look, man, you just hold your breath, take the retest, and hold your breath for the curve, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be the only one. The curve on that one got to be like, NASCAR racing curve.
Let's really hope so. But yeah, that was my past week. How about you guys?
Yeah. My past week was pretty good. I mean, the weekend felt real short to me. Felt like I had to do more stuff. I am still taking my other school class 2, so doing that to get my certificate for my job. But the school for that one is just a lot of reading for me, and I have my terrible disease where I can't read, man. I fall asleep. It's a real thing. It's a medical condition. All right, I just haven't gotten diagnosed. But I saw it. My chat GBT told me, bro. The doctor, the WebMD said that my thing is real. But
Yeah,
if I
whenever
read
you find a
it,
when you find a doctor for it, let me know so I can refer Jess to the same doctor.
all right. See. And that's not just me. It affects like what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 in every 5 people. The statistics don't lie, bro. I took that class. I got like a C, so I'm not gonna know what I'm talking about.
But did you read the book for
There's a book. I just kind of read the problem and said, I think it's this.
It was multiple choice. The whole class was
It's
multiple choice.
statistics, bro. You guessing half the time. But other than that, week's been all right. I've been just going through it. Hopefully, in this next weekend or coming up in April, exciting. We might be heading out to that grilled cheese festival, like 2 or 3
okay.
podcasts ago. So it's coming up here in April soon. Excited for that. Kind of will get me going because it's booze and grilled cheese. So what more can you ask for?
Nice.
Except for like a toilet at the end of the day. But hey, that's gonna be me, and between the toilet and whatever god I choose. How about you, man?
All right. So my week, it actually ties into our first topic here, but my past week pretty chill. Works all right. First full week back since like the short break and stuff, but um or was that 2 weeks ago? I don't know. It's been raining a lot, so there's like mud everywhere at my house, so we've been just kind of like dealing with that. This weekend, this weekend we're going to like work on the garden a bit and then cut the grass and try to reorganize like the dirt If that makes sense, like
Yeah.
kind of pile it up, move it towards the house a little bit so that the water runs off away from the house a little bit better. But nothing crazy. But the other thing is
It's like
Jess.
landscaping, no?
Yeah, yeah. Which we kind of like. We did a lot of it last year, but I definitely think there was like stuff that was a little lackluster, like that we didn't like put as much effort into it as we should have, right? And so it's like now it's like okay, well, it's raining again, so like it's puddling, so like we need to fix those things, and then once we fix it, we'll be good to go. But like the stuff that we did last year to prevent, like refilling a lot of holes and putting dirt and gravel in certain areas, has helped out a lot because like we flooded a certain part of our property, but not all of it. So like the rest of it's fine, you know?
Mm.
But like the houses around us, it's their entire property is flooded, like everything up to the front door, you know? So like that's the benefit
Dang.
of
Well, yeah,
doing
'cause
what we did.
if not, you be end up like them, and then you got a
Uh-huh.
whole little mini pool in front of your house.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But the highlight, which I didn't think it would be a highlight. So Jess was like, "All right, we get our taxes back." I go, "Okay, okay."
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"I kind of want to buy an iPad mini." And I was like, "Okay." Like let's sit
Mini,
down. Let's make a pros and a cons list, you
mini.
know? Why do we want an iPad mini? Because we currently
Get the
have an iPad.
large. Get the large.
She had an iPad Air, right?
Okay.
And so we bought it for her like 2 years ago when she started her master's program, right? So she could do homework and put all her books on it and everything. And I was like, that's a great idea, right? But she was talking about like now she kind of just uses it for journaling and for her like planner and all that stuff. She's like, I don't need a big one. Like a small one would suffice. And I was like, okay, okay. All right, you're kind of convincing me a little bit. And she's like, but I was thinking about trading in the iPad Air because like she's like, it's only 2 years old and like it's in like really good condition. Trade it in, whatever we get back, put it towards the new one. And I was like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. But then I was thinking about it and I sat on it for like a day and I was like, what if I keep your iPad Air? And she was like, you don't like iPads. And I was like, I know. But
Technology.
I don't think I've ever been in a situation where it's just like there's just an iPad there that I could use, you know?
Right. It's out of happenstance where it just so happens to be there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go buy one, right? But like you already have it here and you're gonna get a small one and that one's just gonna be there. So like I get
Might
That's
as
good for
So
well.
you.
then I
Pick it up.
might as well. So then I went and I bought a case for it.
Let's
Um
go.
like with a keyboard and stuff like that. And I've been using it for this past week and like the first day that I tried to use it, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was like, I think I'm over Apple. I don't want it anymore.
No, that fast?
But it well, it's mainly because
That
so I went to
fast, son?
Target. I went to Target, right? And I bought the case,
Okay.
um, from like and it was like the Apple Magic Keyboard case, right? And I was like, I'm just gonna buy it because I could buy one on Amazon, but like I don't know if it's gonna work, and like I just want to buy the one that I know 100% like bada bing, bada boom, it's gonna work right out the box. So I buy it and I bring it home and I put it on my iPad and it doesn't work.
No.
So I was like, all right, now I'm pissed off. So we chat with Apple, right? Just opens up like a support chat and we're just like, hey, just double checking. We bought this keyboard on Target's website. It says that it's good for this iPad. On your guys' website, it says it's good for this iPad, but it's not working. So like, is it defective or did I do something wrong? And she was like, they, them was like, no, like that's the right serial number for both things. It should just work. I'm like, it's not. And I'm like going back and forth. I'm like, is there like another version? No, 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 that's it. Da da da. And then hits me with, what you should probably do is make sure that you restart the iPad and update it. And I was
Here we
like,
go.
how is that going to fix the magnets on the back of the iPad to line up with the case?
No, no,
I
no,
was
no, no,
like,
no. You don't
I
understand.
was like, is there an update that turns on and off different magnets?
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Sir, I work for Apple, please.
literally hit me back with no, and then put my full name right that I like submitted. That's
No.
not what I said, and I was like, that's what it seems
Attitude.
like. Attitude. And I was like, all right, have a wonderful day, and I just ended the
Ooh.
chat. And then I went and I looked it up myself, and apparently there's two versions of the exact same iPad case from Apple that has the exact same
Oh.
numbers and everything. It's just that one is labeled for literally every other iPad, and then there's one that is only for the iPad Pro 4, like the newest one. But all that's long-winded
It came up.
for me to bring in the first topic here that I wanted to talk about, right? So I've never had Apple products before, but I like it, and I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna use it, right? But for me, like I've always been a brand loyalty kind of guy. And so I'm thinking, and I want to ask you guys, is that a thing still? Or is that just like me, old head brain? Like I'm loyal to Samsung, and I only use Samsung tablets, and I use Samsung phones, earbuds, watch. Is that like a thing still, or is it like no, bro? You just use like whatever's cheapest, easiest, whatever like you want. Like it's not like a thing anymore.
It's okay, Unc. No, I mean, I feel like now, if anything, wait, what iPhone we on right now? Just tell me that right now. What iPhone we on? Mordecai, I feel like you
16.
know.
I still have the 11. I know we're way past that.
And if he said right there, if he said 11, and we're way past that, and I think you said 16,
I think
I
we're
think
on
16 around there.
16.
16,
Yeah, 16.
going on 17 probably now.
Uh huh.
It's the same phone and worse, if anything.
Yeah.
The quality of it has just declined. Well, people have just stuck to this like thing of, oh, it's the iPhone, it's the best one. AirPods 1, Mach 1, 2, 3. It's the same thing. It's just probably just updated them or gave them better battery life, better lithium batteries or something. Samsung, same thing. They're trying to get to that point as well. It's what we on 20. We jumped like to 30 now, didn't we, or something?
We were like in the single
It was
digit,
10,
then
1,
double
3,
digit. Now it's like
20.
25. Yeah, I don't know.
Now it's XA. Like how whose son was named like all weird.
Elon,
There you
Elon.
go. There, that guy's
X Ash,
Sean or
something.
whatever his name is. It's
But it's
that.
spelled like XE squiggly
Yeah,
line
that's the new
question
iPhone.
mark.
That's the new Samsung.
Abercrombie and
The
Fitch
only one that
logo.
I feel like has still kept the same price, but has also been able to upgrade like its wear is has been Google products. Honestly,
Like the
I
Pixel.
feel like yeah, like the Pixel, the Google watches, the Google tablets. I feel like they're just been have been more accessible to like people who maybe don't want to spend the like almost $1,000, if not more, for a brand new spanking phone when it does all the same things that mine does. But oh, mine got an extra camera lens on it though, or
They
oh,
removed the camera lens.
we removed the headphone jack. Oh, what if the people who still like using wired headphones? Who cares? This one doesn't have
Buy
one.
wireless.
Buy our new AirPods. So it's a big money scam, like grabby scheme now, and it's sad. But I feel like before, yes, there was brand loyalty because it would be like Xbox and PS5 almost.
But because I think again for me, like it's one of those things where like I had like my first phone, funny enough, was a Samsung, but it wasn't like a smartphone. It was like a little blue like slide phone, right?
Hmm.
And then I moved from that, which was already branded Samsung, and I got the S3, and I rode that out all the way till I got to college, and then I bought myself the S8, and that's what I have now. I still have the 8, and I've considered like no, I had the 8. What do I have now?
If
The
I say
21.
28,
Yeah, no. I had the 8, and then I bought the 21 when I got my new job. So, but it's always been Samsung, and then like I used to have like maybe like Skull Candy headphones, right? Like those old reliables for $10.
Hey,
But then like no more headphone jack. So then I got like my first pair of Samsung buds, right? My Galaxy buds. And then like washed them, lost them like two different times. So I just bought new ones. So like I still have Samsung buds now. And then my cousin actually gave me like a while back, like a year ago, gave me his old Samsung watch, right? So like I'm fully integrated in this like Samsung realm or whatever, right?
nice. Yeah.
And I was thinking about like I should get a tablet, and I was thinking about getting like a Pixel tablet, like you're saying, Omar, because Pixel actually has a tablet that you can mount
Here we go. Here we go.
like as a speaker, right?
Hmm.
It's like the Google Home. So like you use the tablet, but you can also just dock it, right? And then turns into like a Google Home device.
Ooh.
Um, but then like the idea presented itself to have this iPad, and I was like, well, like it's already here, I might as well use it. Like doesn't integrate really with any of my other stuff, but like it's an iPad. It does what an iPad does. Like it's like probably
It's
you
gonna get
know
the
a
job done.
tablet. Yeah,
Kai, how do you weigh in here?
I was gonna say I'm the only person out of this group that has switched over successfully. So you're
Okay.
gonna be on the way
Hold on. Switch over from what to what?
from Samsung to iPhone to Apple products actually.
Get him out of here! I don't want to see him anymore.
And honestly, the reason I did it because I was tired of getting bullied in high school for having a Samsung. I got excluded from
Peer
so many
pressure, bro.
so many group chats did not put me in there because I had the green text.
No way.
Yeah, and I found that out the hard way.
Hey, you know
So
the support groups for that, right?
no, they weren't enough. No, but that was one of the reasons, and also like my camera had broken a few times on the Samsung one, and
Uh-huh.
so already turned the like so-called bad quality even worse. So I was
Uh-huh.
like,
Uh-huh.
time for a new phone. Hey dad, like, can I get an Apple? Can I get an iPhone?
Wait, one time.
I was lucky enough to get it, and honestly, since then, I don't want to go back. I don't ever want to go back.
I'll say, is it just like that? Do you feel it's that much better or that easier? Or
I think I've just gotten so comfortable with it. I don't want to switch back over to anything else. And so, like,
Reasonable.
especially now that I have a iPad from the school, doing my
yeah,
homework on there is like chef's kiss. Like I could not do homework on pen and paper. I don't take notes on pen and paper. Everything's all electronics, all my iPad and all my iPhone, and I just transfer from back and forth. I can't go back.
Fair,
you see,
fair.
and that's the nice thing that Jess tells me about too. Like with her phone, is like she does stuff on her iPad, and then just like I don't know, airdrops it to herself or whatever, or like sends
Oh
it to
yeah,
herself.
the Apple
And then
features.
yeah, and so she's like she'll be like, "Oh, like I'll work on this," and she's like, "Oh, I'll make the grocery list. All right, cool. Like I'll go to the grocery store to send it to me," and then like I get a picture from her phone, or from what I assume is her phone, but it's like from her iPad, and I'm like, I don't know how you did that, but sure, you know.
Yeah,
Like she texted me from her iPad, but like it came from her, so I was like, I don't know how that works, but sure, you know.
yeah.
Mm.
It's so good
Uh,
transferring things back and forth like that, though.
I was gonna ask too. How's the Apple Music? Because I know you guys. That's exclusive to you guys, no?
Yes, but you still have to pay for it. Um,
Oh.
I'm on my buddy's account. He has like a family plan, so I just leech
yeah,
off a whole bunch of people.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Oh.
Sal knows
Hey,
about
hey,
it.
Omar. It kind of sounds like a similar situation you're in, huh? Don't you have
Nah.
a
What?
buddy? Don't you have a buddy that has like YouTube Music, has like a family
Nah.
plan?
Whoa. I think so, but I can't
Yeah,
remember.
because I know a guy that like has this family plan for YouTube Music, and
Uh-huh,
that's who
uh-huh.
I use it from.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember now. That's deep.
But
I like the Apple Music. I'm pretty sure Spotify is much better, but the fact that I get it free, I am gonna stay with my Apple Music.
there you go. Right.
Mhm.
So recently, if no one knew or if I forgot to say it or anything like that, but Jess and I went to Davis to go visit, see my old college campus, good vibes and everything. But while we were
Yeah.
there, I was like, there's a cinema here, a Regal Cinema in town. I go, it's kind of a little more low key. I go, it's kind of chill vibes. I go, we should go watch the new Captain America, Brave New World, you know? Because
Mm,
your boy loves Marvel and stuff like that, you know, like
mhm, mhm.
good vibes back in the day. Used to watch a lot of movies in theater when they would come out. And actually in that theater, I'm trying to think, like I watched a few of the Marvel ones in that. I think I watched Endgame in that theater, that exact theater. And it was crazy to be in there watching Brave New World and looking around, and there's like maybe like 100 seats in there. There's probably about like 30 of us, right?
No,
But
I
I
thought you were saying it was
remember,
packed.
no. But I remember when it was Endgame, I remember it was packed. Like there was not a single seat, and it was just a
Mm,
vibe. Like, and that, like, I just think that, like, I was like comparing like that time to this time, you know?
yeah.
And like I was thinking about it, and we got there, and like we got there like I don't know, 15 minutes early, you know, which we never do. We normally get there like right when the movie starts. And so we're like kind of like walking around. There's like a little arcade in there, but I was like, I don't have any cash. Like we have $2. We pay like the claw machine. And I was like, okay, let's go get in line and get some overpriced popcorn and an overpriced soda, and then let's go sit
It's
down
the
and
best
watch the movie.
part.
You know? So I was like, okay, like I'm thinking about it more and more as I'm sitting there, and like the movie was whatever, right? Like the movie was decent. Like I think the Marvel movies aren't 100% right now, like, but I think they can definitely pull it back if they, start trending upwards. But I was just like, how does this compare to like this weekend? Jess and I were talking about this new movie that we saw on Netflix, right? And we're like, we should watch it. Or like Venom. Venom just dropped on Netflix, right? Like we should
Mhm.
just watch it at the house, you know? And I'm like, okay, so like at this point, are we valuing watching movies at home over watching them in the theaters more? Like, has the movie theater lost its grandeur? Like, is it not like, let's all go to the movies and watch a movie? Is it more like, let's just watch it at home on our couch and like just chill? Like, for you guys, how do you guys feel about it?
I think it's definitely a little hard to compare, especially with everything that happened with COVID. So post-COVID, like movie theaters, not not like pre-COVID. You could freaking go in there, get your what $5 Tuesday ticket, come in, freaking have fun, go watch a movie, take off. You would have groups of friends doing this. Going after or during the COVID, and it's like everyone's all social distance and kind of doesn't bring like the same vibe as before. I think that has something to do with it. Also, the fact that I can make a full meal at home and I don't have to pay those expensive prices for
Factoid,
food.
factoid.
That also helps in the conversation.
No, yeah. I mean, I think we spent like upwards of $30 on the popcorn, the soda, and like I said, it was like a snack meal or whatever, right? Popcorn, soda, and like I don't know, a fucking chocolate bar.
You get a slushy or no?
Yeah, slushy, always slushy. If
Oh
you're not
hell
getting a
yeah!
slushy at the movie theaters, you're doing it
What's
wrong.
the point?
Yeah. And are you doing all one flavor? Or are you doing half blue, half red?
I do have an half always, or I
Okay.
mix up. It depends on what slushies they have. I like to mix the flavors.
Oh, the luxury one that I go to sometimes, they have white cherry. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, forget about it. The blue and the white. Oh man.
See, when it's stuff like that, or like when it's or like the little souvenirs the theaters give, because that's really what it's gonna take to get these people into the theaters. The little bucket souvenirs, the little like special effects, or like summer now, because like it's not just regular movie theaters now. If the luxury one that we have here in where we live at is having what is it that extra enhanced 3D plus surround
3D,
sound, like
like the moving chair or whatever.
yeah, like the whole boots and whistles, and they have it. They like I even read somewhere that they have these little sprays that come out in the theaters that make it smell like the ambiance over there. So like nature smell, like little mist, nature mist.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's gotta it's gotta take something else to get them to the movie theaters, because like you said, the streaming services now are crazy. You got Disney, Hulu, Netflix. Um, what is it? Help me out.
Peacock, HBO Max,
There you go. Boom, boom,
Paramount,
boom.
First Row Sports, EU,
What's that one Mexican one?
Univision, Telemundo,
No, it's like
Fubu TV.
I'm blanking on it so hard right now. I just remember VIX, the VIX
Oh,
subscription.
VIX. Oh my God.
Yes,
No.
dude, like that one's real. No, because I only know because my parents were
I
like,
hate that
Omar,
so much.
Omar, help us set us up with the VIX so I can have it on my TV. I was like, bro,
What
just
is
take. I was like, just take my box, bro. It's fine. Just
it?
take watch TV on that. It's fine.
But I think like Omar was saying, because like the one that we have locally here that we go to is a luxury theater, and I will say that one, I think something about like I'm more willing to go because again it's like you say it's a full experience, right?
Mhm.
Where you show up and you walk over there and they sell alcohol there, right? So if you wanted to order, a beer or
Two
a
max,
glass
by
of
the way.
wine, or well, only as much
Not
as
that
you
I
can
know or
carry,
anything.
From
and
experience.
and then you can
I'm
go
a
over to the
friend.
food and, like, they have, like, the regular popcorn and nachos and everything like that, right? But they
Mhm.
also have, like, if you want a personal pizza, do you want chicken tenders? We do buffalo wings, like, they do a little more, and
Yeah.
it's even nicer because it's like, "Okay, what's your seat?" Because this one is like you purchase your seats in advance, so you know where you're sitting. All the chairs are reclinable, You know, they all have like little lights. They all have food trays, and it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you just set your orders, and then you go and you sit down, and they bring it to you like 15 to 20 minutes once the movie has started. Like that's the perfect time when you want your food, anyways. You know.
Yeah.
So like I like something like that where I'm like, okay, like this is not really just a movie theater now, it's an experience, you know? Versus like the one we went to in Davis, like it's an old Regal cinema, you know? You show up, it smelled like burnt popcorn. There was like two arcade machines, one was out of order, and then you just go sit down and watch the
Classic.
movie. You know? Where it's like Kai was saying, like $5 Tuesdays, I'm down any day of the week, you know? $15 tickets each plus $35 of popcorn. I'm like,
Yep.
should we have just waited a month and then it would have came out on Disney Plus anyways?
I mean, you also comparing Endgame to like what Captain America 4.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair. The whole Marvel
That
scene
it, that
has
was
gone downhill.
that was like
But
one of the most hyped movies of the summer. Yeah.
you know what's not going downhill?
Okay.
Los Rantos won the NLC championship and are now going to the EMEA Masters. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. That is
The
crazy.
second division championship, they are the team that is streaming almost all of their practices. So I just want to know. I want to bring it up. Should you stream your scrims? I know we talked about this a little bit earlier in some other podcasts, but now we're moving that from instead of the video game sense now to the player football sense. Oh no, this is football. This is
Leland.
legal and stages. Thank you. So, what do you think?
Because I know something we talked about like a while ago, you know, one of the, I think maybe the first podcast that we brought back, but you know, you have this team, Los Ratones or Los Ratones or whatever, right? And they were a team that's streaming all of their scrims, right? Besides like a couple, right? Like the one right before game day. And then the whole thing was like, is it bad? Is it good? Like, does it hurt the players? And so now they won the NLC championship, which is like technically like the regional, right? And so now basically what the way it works in Europe is each like region, which is like a country, basically each country has their own like championship, and then they all go to the EMA Masters, which is all of Europe. And so like England sends one team, Spain sends one team, sends one team, kind of thing, which is now second division. And if you win that, basically like you're just a cut below the first division teams, right? Like the LEC and all that stuff like that, the ones that go to Worlds and stuff. So for me, I'm just thinking about it like we talked about it like yeah, but now it's like okay, now they won the championship and they're kind of front runners potentially to win EMA Masters. At one point, do we say the it doesn't matter that you're streaming your scrims because you're still winning? Like at what point do we like or is it always like that little caveat of like, well, maybe they make it further if they don't like league strategies. Like maybe they make it to the Masters Championship and then they lose and it's like, ah, well, you see, it's because you streamed your scrims. Like, where does that line eventually get drawn?
You're not gonna hear the end of it until you win the championship.
That's right.
If
That's
you
right.
don't win it all, just you're gonna be picked out for any little thing that you could have done in the past.
I'd say it's a player diff. If you keep winning and you have our scrims and you still can't stop us, I mean, that's a player diff.
Oh yeah,
Different
like you're like
mentality.
you have all of the footage, you know, you have all the tape, and you still can't win, you know.
Make it make
So
sense.
no, I mean definitely, but I mean I agree with what Kai's saying. Like it's one of those things where like I feel it the same way. Like everyone's like yeah, but then like there's like a little little voice in the back of my head that's like yeah, but if they don't win the whole thing, it's gonna come back.
Oh,
It's the first team that's been doing this, right?
Yes, it's the first. It's like they're pioneering it, where it's like they're a content team, quote unquote.
Um, I don't know, because this
and
could be like something that they pioneered. Great, cool. They make more money on the way to winning the championship. Cool. Fairy tale story. Awesome. They don't. And something pops up. Oh, I noticed this in play, blah, 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 during an interview. Afterwards, oh, they're not going to hear the end of it.
No, I
man,
mean, yeah, I mean it is one of those that you're saying because it's like they can ride this high, but you can only ride it as far as like everyone's like, yeah, they're great, you know. And then like, oh, they lost. Well, it's because obviously it's because they like leaked their scrims in it, like they leaked their strats. And so
Mhm.
I don't know. For me, I'm just like, I like it. I enjoy it, right? Because it gives like the audience more content, right? You know, to watch and enjoy. But then it's like,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it goes back to whether or not it will hurt them. Only time will tell. Like back what Kai was saying, circling back. If they win and they take everything with them, then it just might be turned into a new norm. And now everyone might start screaming them. And then from there, we'll see. Because if they did it all stream their scrims and then won, other teams might look at it and go, hey, if we do that, maybe we can win too. And maybe that'll be a new norm. And now everyone will start doing it. Or it could completely backfire. They lose terribly and it's because of the scrims. So now everyone goes, see, don't stream your scrims. So the real test will be time. See how this will tip. Maybe in like a couple podcasts, we'll circle back and then be like, dang, it didn't work. Or, hey, it did work.
all right. Well, that's all we have for this podcast. I definitely enjoyed having both of you back on. It makes it a lot easier. I know that Jess was like freaking out last week, but
Oh, she
I
did
told her,
awesome. She was
I
awesome.
know, I know. But afterwards, she was like, "Bro, I was just trying my hardest to just like talk." I just didn't know like what to say or when to say it, and I was like, "No, bro, it's okay. Like it happens, you know."
Yeah.
But I'm glad that both of you guys were able to come and join me for this week. Once again, this is the Brain Off Podcast, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed. We like to offer you guys a little break from the everyday. Like we said, take a mental vacation with us. If you have any questions or comments about anything we talked about, or you want us to talk about something in the next podcast, you can leave a comment on YouTube or on Spotify. Make sure to check out my socials, my vlog channel, and any other things that we do.
Plug.
Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
I'll see you guys all later. Take care. Shout out to all the listeners and all the viewers on the platforms, of course. We all love you guys. Uh, Leave a comment down below in the YouTube video. I want to know, iPhone or Android? You guys in the comments, let me know. Let me know. I want to see. We'll draw the line somewhere. Peace. See y'all later.
Outro, outro, what they said.